But first, the basics about selling on eBay. There are two kinds of ways of selling on eBay. How many? Two kinds. The first way of selling on eBay is called small business. Okay? And if I teach you small business, that means there is also what business? Start with B, big business. That's why these are the two ways of selling on eBay. One is the small business way, one is the big business way. The small business way are about 60% of all the eBayers out there. The big business way, I want to show you later. And which do you think I'm more interested in doing, the small business or big business? Big business. And how many of you agree with this? The amount of time you spend in small business and the amount of time you spend in big business is actually almost the same. How many of you know that already? Thank you. And how many of you believe that the rich become richer? Thank you. How many of you here believe that the rich become richer very fast? Yeah, and it does happen. So the question becomes how to reach that first breakthrough, right? But once you have the breakthrough already, you realize that money comes in a lot faster. Okay, that's why I'm more interested in showing you big business. Before I talk about big business, let's talk about small business and what small business owners do first. First thing that they do is they search for anything that they feel is sellable. And the key word here is being what they feel is sellable. They are the kind of people who say, oh, this is something that I believe the whole world would want it, so I take and sell it. And then they take the item and they list it on eBay. And when they list it on eBay already, listing on eBay means your advertising page on eBay. One product is one listing. Okay? And after that, they hope that the item gets sold. If the item gets sold, great. And if the item does not get sold, either they relist the item again or they give up on selling the item altogether. And small business comes with certain characteristics. First characteristic is ad hoc. There's no planned time for the business, it's usually spare time. And also, there is no market research. The products that they get, they have no idea whether will sell or will not sell. And also, the business plan is unclear. In other words, how much is the startup capital that they need? How much is the profit they can receive with their startup capital? No idea. And here, worst of all, is that the income potential at the end of the month is undetermined. Can you continue your current lifestyle if you don't know how much money coming at the end of the month? Not really. And that's why I choose to do the big business way, and that's why I choose to teach the big business way as well. Okay? And in big business, this is the exact 5-step system of what is being taught to me. And the same 5-step system I'm going to share with you today. Okay, now in big business, the first thing, before we even spend any money, before or after? Before. Unlike normal businesses, you need to spend the money first. Here online, before you even spend the money to buy any products, first thing you do is to research for in-demand products. And when you look at this statement, research for in-demand products, what do you think are the keyword or keywords in this statement? In-demand, right? Yeah, exactly. Because you want to know that whatever you get will sell anyway, then you get, right? True? Okay, so first thing that we do is we research for in-demand products. And after we research for in-demand products, the next thing that we do, step number 2, is to source for the products. Okay? Step number 2 is to source for the products. And when we source for products, we can source the products in 3 ways. How many ways? 3 ways. Now this is not in my slides, so you got to write this down, okay? The first way is called retail. The second way is called wholesale. And the third way is to manufacture. So first way is retail, second way, wholesale, and the third way is to manufacture. Okay, now let's talk about retail. For retail, is the price of your item high? Yes, right? But your minimum order quantity or MOQ, is it low or high? Low, right? And for manufacturing, is the exact opposite. Okay, MOQ is high but price is low. And the game that we play best as eBay entrepreneurs is in wholesale actually. Because at wholesale, how many of you think wholesale means you got to buy at least like 100 to 500 pieces, right? You think that? Excuse me. In reality, wholesale can be buying 20 piece, 30 piece, and you can actually have a wholesale business. And wholesale, you get discount of anywhere between 15% all the way to 80%, depending on the quantity that you're buying. But the question I'm going to ask you here, if you buy retail and you try to sell at retail, do you think you can make profit margin? Who says yes? Who says no? Who say don't know? Okay, let me tell you the truth. Answer is yes. Doesn't mean that you got buy wholesale or manufacture in order to get profit margin. See, what one of my students did was she wanted to sell watches. She did her research first. Remember, step number one is research. She did her research and she wanted to sell watches. And what she researched was, when you research watches, the best selling brand of watch in the world actually starts with C. Make a guess. Casio, you know that already. Actually, the second one starts with C also. Citizen, you know that already. And the third one starts with S. Seiko. The most expensive watches in the world are still Rolex. But in terms of volume and popularity, Casio number one, Citizen, and Seiko. So she decided to sell Casio watches. So what she did was, she did her research in 3 countries, US, UK, Canada, how much it was selling for in these 3 countries. And she realized that the highest price that she could fetch was in the UK. So what she did was, she knows the selling price in the UK, she went to look at retail shop selling price in Singapore. And she realized the number in Singapore and the number in UK are almost the same number. What she did was small capital, buy one piece, sell one piece, earn the exchange rate. That was her profit, the exchange rate, which is 2.5. Okay? And when she continued on this process, she realized that eBay works. And she can continue on with this business. And after she did a while of this one-to-one, she decided to get wholesale. And when she got wholesale, she committed to 20 pieces. And with the 20 pieces of commitment, she got 15% discount off retail price. And as a result of that 15% discount off wholesale, and she did wholesale selling with that 15%, her income from $500 US originally went up to $1,500 a month. Okay, and she continued on with that same process that she's doing of selling on eBay. But after another 2 months of selling wholesale, she already knew which design sell better, which one more popular, which one higher profit. That was also when she had a track record of what she was selling in eBay. That's when she went to the sole distributor of Casio watches in Singapore. And she talked to them as though she was a store owner, a shop owner, and she committed to say, I'm willing to take 200 pieces per month, multiple designs. And as a result of committing to that quantity, she got a discount percentage of 50%. How much? 50. And from 1,500 jumped up $4,000 profit every month. Today, I don't know how much she's earning, because the students who are making money don't tell us they're making money. The students who don't make money will ask us, why am I not doing correct? Okay? But what we notice is that when we are gathering and we get the old-time students and the new students come together, we notice that people like Connie, she starts to share ideas. The way that she talks is different. She gives advice, and she can even contribute new ideas of what products can sell, etc., etc. And of course, we also notice the new bling, the new hairdo, the new clothing. So we know these people are doing well already. And my objective is to get students to the point of independence. That means they don't need us anymore. Up to the point that we're doing things for themselves, they can even contribute back to the people in their own lives. That's the objective. Okay, but let me move on. Let's recap. In the 5-step system, how many steps? 5 steps. First step is research for in-demand products, right? And the second step is source for products. Okay, now in research, one of the key components you'll get. See, research tells you what can sell, what cannot sell, how much it can sell for, which country it sells the best. All this information can be given to you before or after spending money. Before, haven't spent money yet, okay? But one of the prices you'll get is this thing called selling price. Agree? Selling price is market price. Okay, and when you source for products, you will get one other price. What price? Start to see. Cost price, right? So if you know your selling price and you know your cost price, what can you calculate? Sorry? Profit, yes. That's why step number 3 is to determine your profitability, okay? Determine your profitability, okay? That means you want to ensure that every product can make money, then you take the product. If you do your profit calculation and the product says no profit, don't waste time. This is before spending any money. Before, okay? Notice this, before spend money, research, find out what can sell, what cannot sell. Then you source for a product, you know how much is the cost price you have to pay. And step number 3, there is a profit calculator, which I'll show you later. And with the profit calculator, you can calculate on a per transaction basis whether got profit or no profit. And only when you know there's profit, then you take the product to sell. Otherwise, don't waste time. Simple? Simple. Okay, then step number 4 is to list it on eBay. Okay, step number 4 is to list on eBay. Okay? And when you list on eBay, what I advocate is to list it a very simple formula called white background, black words. As simple as that. No need anything complicated, no fanciful website and all that. Just white background, black words. Because that's internet psychology. If it's simple, white background, black words and simple, people can relate to and people buy. That's easier. Okay? Now if you look at google.com, what's the background color? White color. And Google got a lot of stuff now. Don't have, right? Just the search bar and a few links, right? That's internet psychology. Make it simple, white background, black words, people will buy from you. Okay? That's why when we list on eBay, what I teach is to list simple method. Okay? Makes it easy for everyone. Now after you list it on eBay already, the next thing to do is to automate. That means make the entire money making process automated. That means you are creating a cash flow generating machine. Okay, let's recap. Step number 1 is research. Step number 2, source. Step 3, determine profit. Yeah. Step 4, list it on eBay. Step 5, automate. This is the exact 5-step process that I teach people to use. And it's with step 1, then step 2, then step 3, then step 4, then step 5. And once you apply the 5-step process, making money is just a matter of time. Agree? Okay, now because in business like that, making money is just a matter of time. Now if you do stock market trading, for example, can you make 1,000 today and lose 1,000 tomorrow? Possible. But this is a business where Cantonese we say low sat sat, so sami, job tax that thing. That means what's the translation? Do a honest business, step-by-step process, follow the process, making money just a matter of time. And regardless of market situation or not, job situation or age, you can still make the amount of money. And we all as entrepreneurs, what we do is we follow this exact 5-step system and we build one niche. How many niche? One niche. Now when I say one niche means specialization. Okay? When I say one niche, how many of you think one niche means one product? One product? Yes? How many of you think one niche means multiple products? How many of you don't know? How many of you won't raise your hand no matter what I ask? I noticed there are some of you like that already. But still do answer my questions in your own head, okay? Okay, now, let's talk about niches. Let's take the iPhone as a niche, okay? Anyone here has the iPhone? Who here got iPhone? iPhone? Okay, good. Now, iPhone users, are we just happy to get the iPhone and then say thank you, don't buy anything else? Yes or no? No, right? And is iPhone considered a more expensive phone compared to the rest of the phones? Very much. But see, for iPhone users, the first thing when they get the iPhone, what do they want to protect? They want to protect the screen, right? So screen protector. First thing they buy, screen protector. For people kiasu one like me, before you take out the protective wrap, you go and buy the protector first, then you take out the wrap, right? And the next thing you want to protect is what? Back cover, right? And do you have one for life? No, right? You can, I change one every month. And you won't have one for life. Don't worry, actually, one a month considered slow. You might buy for once every 2 weeks, okay? In fact, I have gotten the whole lot of wholesale. She can pick and choose whatever she wants. Okay? Some people choose to change their covers quite often. And then in the office, you got a docking station for the office, right? Then you got one that fits to the car, right? And then after that, the earphones may not be all that good. You want to get the Sennheiser earphones or the Skull Candy earphones, right? Okay, interesting. That's what I mean by one niche. The iPhone niche is the iPhone with all its related accessories. Accessories. And make a guess. Profit margin for iPhone versus profit margin for accessories. Which you think higher? Accessories. And in fact, you can focus an entire business just selling iPhone accessories, and that is one niche really. Clear so far? Okay, understand niche? Okay, good. If you are kiasu Singaporean like me, you just got protection for the protection. Huh? Yes, you have protection for the protection. Okay, now that's what I mean by niche. And we go through this 5-step process to focus on building one niche. And once we make that niche automated, that means the money comes in automatically. We start off another process with another niche. Then the process with another niche, and another niche. And we get multiple streams of income. Yeah, that's how you create multiple streams of income. Okay, now let me move on. Where is my clicker here? Now, some of the characteristics of big business. First thing, the income potential at the end of the month is calculatable. You know how much profits you'll get by putting in the calculation. Second thing is you acquire only in-demand products. That means the products you know can make profit will sell, then you take. Otherwise, don't waste time. And also, it's a clear and focused business plan. How much startup capital you need, how much profit you can make with the startup capital, you can calculate and you know. And next thing is a duplicable system. Someone taught it to me and I made it work. I teach it to you guys, you can make it work. And you can teach it to someone else and we all still get similar or same results. Because the system in its own is perfect. It's just about putting in the process and making the money through the process. That's why it's a duplicable system. Also, hang on here. Now, one of the biggest reasons why we choose to do big business rather than small business is because the big business way allows us to build a database of customers. Build what? Database, okay? And what we've discovered is that when you build a database of customers, 20% of your database will buy from you again and again and again and again. That means taking more money from the repeated customers who already built a trust with you. So whenever you have a new product, send email to your database, ask them to buy from you, 20% of them will buy from you again. Okay, but make a guess. Okay, let me just pick your brains a little bit. Now the place that we sell our items, okay, is called eBay. That's the easiest way to start, to sell on eBay. And on eBay, after that, eBay is a cheap place for you to acquire a database of customers. Okay, and when you have a database of customers and when you want repeat sales, would you rather send them back to eBay and pay eBay fees, or you rather send them to somewhere else, no need to pay fees, right? Somewhere else, right? Yeah. That's why what I teach is when you use eBay, which is a cheap place to sell good traffic, you can sell, make money, build a database, and the database after that, send them to this place called an online store. Okay? Now the old way of how you create an online store, the old way of how you create an online store is you must first register for website name, you must have shopping cart software, you must design the website, you must put the layout all together, etc., etc., etc. Then you create a website. That's the old way, which costs a lot of money and a lot of time. But the new way of what I teach in my program on how you create an online store is this. It is free of charge. And since it's free of charge, you can register for the online store. You can even create multiple accounts based on multiple different specialized niche. And since it's free of charge, multiple specialized niche, what basically can happen for you is that you dominate your niche. And the good part about this online store is also, this online store, whenever you submit your products to this online store, it is automatically submitted to Google Merchandise. So in other words, whatever products they submit here, if somebody search for the item on Google, your item gets referred, it gets picked up because it's submitted to Google Merchandise. Good? Good, right? Free good? Free good. Okay? That's why eBay is the place to sell, then the database, send them to the online store. Then your repeat sales business comes here and here. Following me so far? So, recap, the 5-step process is what? Research, second one, source, then determine profit. Spend any money yet? Not yet. Then you spend money, you need to buy stock. Then you do step number 4, list, and step number 5, automate. So while you sell here, you build a database. And when you build a database, don't send them back and pay extra eBay fees. Send them to an online store that you can sell for free so they get repeated sales at more money, more profits for yourself. Understand how the rich become richer now? Clear? Okay, good. Now, let me move on.